My name is Idris. I'm an alcoholic and an addict. I've been sober for 15 years. I thought about a story back when I used to live in Santa Barbara. I was going to school there, and I lived in this town called Goleta. I was probably 24 at the time, and I remember there was a lot of attractive people there. I was a single guy, but I didn't know how to handle my emotions initially when I first got sober. I tried my best, I'll just say, but I remember I would go into the town. There was like a coffee shop there. And at the coffee shop, there was this guy. His name was Steve. Funny dude. He owned the coffee shop. A little bit older. But this guy, he was such a nice dude, but he had a drinking problem. And I remember my motivations every time I go out and about would be like, oh man, I hope I, find a lovely girl today, right? But I'd always end up running into Steve. And Steve, we'd always talk. I wouldn't try to push him to get sober or anything, but he knew I was sober, and like he'd ask questions and we'd talk. And I remember like in those conversations where I had like other motives, I wanted to be out and about, I wanted to do other things. But for some reason, the universe was telling me like to talk to Steve. He helped me out like more than I could even imagine. During those times where I could be lonely and feel shit about myself, what happened was me talking to Steve helped me understand that sometimes like, I'm needed elsewhere. Sometimes in this moment I'm needed to talk to this person who's hurting. And unfortunately, Steve did not make it, but it taught me to love the people that are probably the least likely to be loved by anybody. The ability to give back is by far like the strongest thing that I'll ever have, and probably for the rest of my life. I'm forever grateful for it.